Hello, my name is Molly Redman, and today I'm going to be presenting on My Contraceptive Choice, which is a decision support tool for college women. This research was done under Dr. Jenny Bryan and Dr. Dongwon Wang of the Arizona State University. As an introduction, contraceptive method selection is an important process for women as it helps maintain their health and also prevent unintended pregnancies. However, the lack of knowledge and awareness of highly efficient methods may result in their low adoption rates as well as potential misuse. There are many different contraceptive methods available on the market today, but some methods most commonly used among women are condoms, birth control pills, and IUDs. Beyond preventing pregnancy, some contraceptive methods may have additional health benefits, including hormonal acne control, hormone regulation, and menstruation management for those who have either painful periods or irregular periods. Just like with any other medications, some contraceptive methods may have potential side effects or conflicts with existing medical conditions such as anxiety, depression, hypertension, or elevated blood pressure, as well as complications with STI treatments. There are existing decision aids for contraceptive selection. Two main decision aids come from Planned Parenthood, which is a short quiz, and Bedsider, which is a comparison matrix. These are web-based decision aids that are aimed to help people select a contraceptive method. However, we evaluated each of these tools and found that they had usability flaws that could be addressed to make a better experience for the end user. Additionally, we found that the Planned Parenthood quiz did not consistently produce accurate results based off of the input of the user. For our methods, we split the study into two different phases. The first phase was the development phase, which consisted of a literature review of relative contraceptive methods as well as CDC guidelines. We also assessed the existing decision aids by Planned Parenthood and Bedsider and conducted a development focus group of college women to focus on their contraceptive selection process and determine how they felt about the existing decision aids. After going through the development phase, we developed the new tool as a client-side application using HTML and CSS, and our functions were JavaScript, which was mostly used for navigation. Additionally, we developed a numerical scoring system for customized recommendations that added different values based off of user input. The next phase of our study was an evaluation phase, which had three different components. The first component was a student survey conducted on Google Forms to assess initial satisfaction and impressions of the new tool that we had designed. We then pooled the student survey for an evaluation focus group to gain further feedback and compare the new tool to the existing decision aids. And finally, we developed our own set of simulated test cases for all possible combinations of decision factors for quantitative measurement. All participants were recruited for the focus group and survey in the following fashion. We sought participants through student email lists at the Arizona State University. We then obtained their consent, and all females were between 18 and 24 years old. And additionally, one of our criteria was that they currently must be attending a university or college. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to host both focus groups over the platform Zoom. The tool that we ended up creating was named My Contraceptive Choice, or MCC. We organized it into two different sections, a quiz and results section. As the user goes through the quiz, a numerical scoring system assigns points to each contraceptive method. And then at the end, in the results section, the three contraceptive methods with the top scores are recommended to the user, along with additional resources. So the first page of My Contraceptive Choice includes personal preferences, where the user can indicate on a Likert scale of very important to very unimportant how important these factors are to them, including cost effectiveness, good at preventing pregnancy, helps manage periods and side effects, as well as low possibility of weight gain. These decision factors came from the development focus group, where users indicated that these were the factors they found most important when considering a birth control method. Afterwards, the user can indicate which which birth control methods that they have used before and whether or not they had a positive or negative experience with this method and if they would use it again. If a user indicated that they would not want to use the method again, we removed it from their recommendation list. The user can then go on to indicate their medical history and see if they have any conditions that may either conflict with a birth control method or be helped by a birth control method. And after that was the final page of the quiz for additional factors, such as how comfortable the user felt with the insertion of a foreign body in the vagina, the level of hormones that they felt most comfortable using within their birth control method, and how often they wanted to maintain their birth control method on a daily or every time they have sex option, all the way to yearly or even multiple years option. After the user went through the quiz, our numerical scoring system added everything up and then presented their results in the next section. The first page of the results section included this side-by-side comparison matrix where the user's recommended methods were highlighted in blue color. And then after that, the user's decision factors were highlighted in the left column and bolded of the ones that were most important to them. For instance, if someone thought that cost effectiveness was a very important factor, it was bolded. And then the user can go across and see how each method adhered to this specific criteria. A green check mark means that the method fit the criteria very well. A gray square met the criteria sometimes, and a red check mark or red X meant that met the criteria none at all. And then as the user goes through the matrix, they can hover over any square to get a tooltip to see how that specific method corresponds with that specific factor. After evaluating this results section, the user can then go on to get a more in-depth explanation of their specific recommendations, where they can see what exactly their recommended method is and how it fits them into dynamically generated bullet points, as well as how to use this and connect it to resources such as additional information from credible resources such as Planned Parenthood and Bedsider, as well as be connected to a local pharmacy or clinic to obtain the recommended method or consult with their doctor. For our results, we surveyed 150 college females, and these were some of the highlights from our survey. 130 of these 150 college females, or 80%, believe that my contraceptive choice could help them select a contraceptive method, and 136, or 90% of the college females surveyed, believe that the my contraceptive choice was very easy to navigate. For our focus group, the participants agreed that the MCC tool was very user-friendly and easy to navigate, and many participants believed that the results section was the most helpful, and the MCC tool provided better recommendations overall compared to the Planned Parenthood quiz. Additionally, participants thought that there was better usability and language in the My Contraceptive Choice tool compared to the other two in terms of professionalism and also LGBTQ friendly. One participant stated that they liked that this tool acknowledged that birth control can have an impact on weight because this was something that she was very concerned about, but her doctors never really brought it up in the discussion. Additionally, we had simulated test cases. There was 180 test cases for My Contraceptive Choice, generating 3 recommended methods per test case for a total of 540. We applied the same decision factors to the Planned Parenthood quiz and came out with 160 total recommended methods, and this was because there was different options for the choices. We evaluated these different test cases for adherence to user preferences and user needs. User preferences is everything that was on the first page of My Contraceptive Choice of cost effectiveness, pregnancy prevention, menstruation management, and the low possibility of weight gain. The user needs was everything else in the quiz, including their experience with the past tools and how often they wanted to maintain their method. We found that the Planned Parenthood tool adhered to user preferences and user needs, both about about 30% of the time. And the MCC tool originally adhered to user preferences 40% of the time and user needs about 64% of the time. While it performed better than the Planned Parenthood tool, we still wanted to make some corrections to get this adherence higher. We considered the test factors further and revealed 3 factors that were affecting the accuracy. The first factor was a bug that stopped part of the quiz from being added to the final score. And after addressing this bug, we found that user preferences adherence increased to 67% and user needs to 65%. Additionally, we realized that there is no method for handling methods tied for the 3rd place spot. So if there is multiple methods that could have the same score, the first one that came alphabetically would be the one that was presented. However, upon consideration of substituting the displayed method for one that had the same score but was hidden, the increased preferences adherence increased to 48% and user needs to 72%. Additionally, we found that user preferences had some combinations that just could not be fulfilled by any tool within the MCC method or MCC tools. For example, someone wanted low possibility of weight gain, but also high menstruation management. These 2 factors could not work very well together, and so there is no method that could fit them. As a result, taking out these different combinations resulted in user preference adherence rising to 71%, but had no effect on user needs. So as a discussion point, the MCC tool leveraged an effective hybrid of the 2 existing tools displayed by Planned Parenthood and Bedsider. We added many different new features to this new tool to increase usability and user experience. And some of these features include highlighting recommendations within the matrix, focusing on factors especially important to this population, such as weight gain, and providing resources for learning more or connecting with local providers. Additionally, we found that the test cases revealed limitations that were addressed for increased accuracy, and the student survey and focus group provided very positive feedback. Overall, the MCC tool helped achieve its goal of helping college women select a contraceptive method, but there are many different areas for potential future work, including providing compliance with user needs and preferences and expanding the resource section. In conclusion, we have successfully developed and evaluated a decision aid for contraceptive selection for college women, and evaluation from real college females is overall positive. But however, there are further improvements that can be done to adhere to user input. We'd like to acknowledge Barrett the Honors College at Arizona State University for providing funding for this honors thesis research, and we thank the students who participated in the focus group and survey. These are our references, and thank you. Any questions can be directed towards me, Molly Redmond, at mredmond3@asu.edu.